Hey guys, how you doing? Making myself comfortable on another log in another forest. The national forest I normally run in is closed. We had cyclones here and for all last week, and it's pretty much destroyed most of the forest from what I can tell. There's trees across all the mountain bike trails. It's an absolute mess. But that's not what I want to talk about. It's as I said, it's sometimes difficult coming up with subjects to chat about without prompting. But I guess I'm at a little bit of a milestone in that I've got the first international guest coming to my first full-time Jiu Jitsu academy since I smashed my my back up in 2014. And many of you kind of follow my progress, I'm sure, and you know that the last 3 years or so I've been teaching out of a community hall and built up like a decent little academy, and 5-6 weeks ago we moved into our first full-time premises, which is awesome. But like this, it's not my first rodeo. So I had like a big full-time gym in Melbourne, and I had like 5 affiliates there, and then an academy in Perth and Adelaide and one in New Zealand. So it was pretty big, and losing all of that, and then I'm not going to try and rebuild all that again. Like, I'm not interested in having 100 affiliates and all that sort of stuff again. I realized like that was a big mistake, and you know, I just like one decent size academy that is the way that I'd like it, and that's kind of what I'm working towards. But with this guest instructor, and I still don't get her name right. I'm gonna have to get her to ask me to pronounce it, but I'm gonna say, I can't even remember if it's Kirsten or Kristen. I'm sure she gets that all the time, so I'm butchering it already. I think it's Kirsten or Kristen de Broeke. I'm sure it's like a Dutch name. It's got like 100 C's and K's and E's and stuff in it anyway. So I'm picking her up tonight, and she's going to be at my place the next couple of days doing seminars, and then in Brisbane. But it's made me realize that, and I've known for a while how much I miss traveling with Jiu Jitsu. And you know, I used to spend a significant amount of time traveling to see friends in Thailand and Bali and the States and Brazil and anywhere I really could go, because like I find that Jiu Jitsu people are really cool. You can just turn up to their academy in another country. They don't even know you're coming often, and like they'll put you up at their house. You can sleep on their sofa, sleep on their floor, and it's just an awesome community to be a part of, and it makes you realize like how important the people in the art are. You know, I think so much emphasis is on like, would it work in the UFC, and like the latest berimbolo variation, and it's all about like the actual art itself. But what makes the art really special are the people in it. And I think maybe, you know, I could be a little presumptuous, but maybe at a lower level, like you kind of take it for granted a little bit because it's so exciting, and you've got a lot of friends around you. You've got all the other people in the academy and stuff like that. But you know, as you get up in the grades, especially after black belt and, you know, decades beyond that, then like it's quite a solitary existence. I mean, for me anyway. You know, I don't co-own the academy with anybody or anything like that, so I don't have anyone to lean on. I'm kind of solitary anyway, as you can probably tell. I'm always by myself in the forest most of my life because of the way that I've trained, you know, which is like pretty much full-time since I was a kid. Very few people are up for that. So, you know, professional athletes, for the most part, unless they're a part of a team, generally spend a lot of time training by themselves. So you become kind of solitary, I guess. And so when other people like you kind of pop up in your life, then it's pretty exciting. Yeah, I'm very excited to have Kristen de Broeke coming over here, and I really want to make an awesome trip for her, because it's her first time coming to Australia. She's a 3rd degree black belt under Pedro Sauer, our master, and like, yeah, I'm extremely jealous. I wish that I could have had somebody of that caliber to be my coach from day one, and to be in the academy with them all the time and stuff like that. It'd be incredible. So I'm really interested in her story. I'm going to do like a little podcast video with her about it, because I don't know much about her. I met her in like 2010, 2011 in DC. She's a good friend of my friend Brian Mossy, who's a Thai boxing and Jiu Jitsu coach for Pedro as well. And but it's just you know, it's one of those little milestones where, you know, it makes me hopeful that I'll be able to start traveling overseas, and, you know, maybe it'll be reciprocated. Maybe I'll be able to take me and the wife overseas to have a little trip, you know, and it be paid for by the seminars that we conduct and stuff like that. It's a nice way, because we don't make a ton of money, you know. I don't make any at the moment, but you know, unless you've got a really big thriving academy, you're not making much money. And so the opportunity to be able to travel and meet other people like you and have the experiences that people with a decent 9-to-5 job would do, like having holidays overseas and stuff. I guess having academies, like if I wanted to go to Hawaii, for example, I know lots of people in Hawaii that would let me host seminars for me, and that's a great possibility as well. But it just makes me realize, you know, just how rare it is to run into somebody else that's kind of like me. I'm really interested in her story. I don't know anything about her. I know that she's really good at Thai boxing. She's like legitimate Thai boxer, and that she's a very highly thought of jiu-jitsu coach and a kids coaching specialist. So she's running like a kids coaching course for those of us who coach kids, and I've got people coming from like 5 different academies bringing their coaches with them to be taught by her, because we want to, you know, all of us, I mean, most academies, they don't really prioritize their kids programs, to be honest. They grab some random blue belt, throw them in the class and go, right, teach the kids. It's kind of just a bit of a cash cow for them, I guess, you know. But the people that I know are not like that. Like, we really realize that our role in kids' lives early on really matters and can really drastically change their self-confidence and the trajectory of their lives, especially in an area like mine where it's mostly a lower socioeconomic area. I hope these ants aren't going to bite me. There's one on my bag already. Get away. And so it's very exciting having like-minded people all coming together. It's very cool. Anyway, so yeah, I just thought I'd mention that it's pretty cool. It's very, very cool. And so stay tuned for my video with Kristen DeBrucker. We'll get it right on the day, I'm sure. That's the first thing I'm going to ask her tonight when I pick her up from the airport. So stay tuned, and if you're a coach like me out there that spends a lot of time by himself, then reach out. Like, let's connect and see if we can't help each other. Anyway, I better get running, find my way around this forest that I don't know that well. But have a great day. Stay fit, stay healthy, look after yourself. Avoid cyclones, they're not great. And I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.